You know, they have matching shirts too. Is this a new thing? Do you have to match apparel? And look, they're like inverse colors, kind of.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, everyone's got shirt power-ups. That's the difference between winner's bracket and loser's bracket.
Yeah, we're just getting right into it. For those at home, Spark and Zamu is the blue team, as you can tell by the egg tag. Egg. Yeah, I believe that sponsor is Egg Frog. I know they just picked up Spark. Did they also just pick up Zamu?
It appears that way to me.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a longer thing or not, but
sometimes they do like one tournament sponsorships as well, so that could be the case. We know shout-outs either way.
Yeah, supporting the scene is always appreciated.
Yeah. Spark able to snag the ledge, and then Panda can not make it back. Let's take stock of the situation, huh? A slight lead for the blue team.
Yep.
Spark living at center stage, controlling lots of space, making sure that the red team's confined to that underneath that side platform, and trusting his partner Zamu in order to take care of business under there.
Yeah, I think it's trying to talk about play styles here. Spark, as the Sheik, will be the stalwart of their stocks, will be positioning mostly in a safe position, trying to protect their teammate, but will not be going in as much, where, as we see, Zamu is the one who is this, you had a good term for it when you were talking about Yoshi, that when they go in, it was
the
like
tip of the spear.
Yeah,
and I mean, Spark plays so far has very much been focused on controlling space, almost the way that a lot of Marth play, like Teams Marth players play, keeping the center of the stage so that his teammate can, you know, roam free.
Yeah, and just going for the safe recovery, not even going to risk it. It's an even stock game after that unfortunate recovery from Zamu.
And, you know, Zamu holding his own in a 1v2. I mean, those are the moments as a Fox player that can really change the game, right? Because you expect to be taking damage there, or at least for there to be a trade. A nice shine. Spark goes out for the edge guard. And instead, he doesn't make it back either. Nice counter edge guard from the red team, and now they're up 2 stocks to 1. It's a 2v1 situation.
Yeah, Panda's recovery there was just so great to be able to turn the tides.
Okay, a nice little teams combo. They're able to grab the ledge.
Yeah, the only option here is to try to get past and try to hit Panda, I'm assuming, but you're stuck between a rock and a hard place here if you're Spark.
Just doing aerials from the ledge. Oh, wait a second. Wait just a... no, can't make it back. I mean, it's a huge percent disadvantage, but it's a 1v1.
And Spark has those chain grabs.
Yeah,
There's no gentlemen's here.
Yes, that is true. It's something you don't see in doubles matches very often, but in a 1v1, absolutely. Okay. Able to hold down, touch the stage.
Gets the grab.
Grab follow-up, another one. Pretty soon it's going to be a tilt. Doesn't get the follow-up. Oh, and then hits the shield. Look at that. Krudo able to take the game in the 1v1, just barely a sigh of relief as the red team gets game 1.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That's not a Krudo shirt. They're wearing each other's team's shirts.
Oh.
That's nice.
Yeah, synergy between teams.
Yeah, inter-team synergy.
Yeah. Got to throw out some business jargon. I feel like if you're Spark and Zamu here, like, you know what you did wrong. It was just 1 or 2 interactions, and I think that's why they're fine going right back.
Yeah.
They played well.
Yeah, and their strategy is a little bit
peculiar.
No, I mean, maybe you could think of it that way, but I mean, I've seen people play it before. Okay, there's a sharp conversion. I was gonna say, like, their neutral strategy to me seems a little more like ethereal or something. You know, like, I'm not sure what holds it to. Like, it's hard to put your finger on what holds it together. Like, they're playing like zone defense or something.
Yeah.
Whereas the red team seems like a more pointed style. I'm not going to be able to save his partner. That's the mark of a super good doubles player, is when you, like, physically could save your partner, but it won't turn out well, so you choose not to.
Yeah, and I think that's the approach that Spark has been going for specifically, because we saw that in the last game, where he could have potentially tried to save Zamu, and then that's where Panda had the great recovery, and then both of them ended up dying from it. So maybe Spark's just like, I'm not even going to try to do anything risky here. I'll take the 1-for-1. We have the stock lead, and it's continuing to grow into a 2-stock lead here.
Okay, they both sort of like seed the center of the stage. It's always interesting when it's like, you know, the blue team, it's like neutral spawns almost. They start all over again to see what they go for.
Yeah, and it's kind of reversed here, where Zamu's been in the center of the stage while Spark has been kind of making ways around platforms around the ledge.
Maybe that's just the way that it turned out most of the time last game.
Yeah.
And I think it's the way that modern teams should go a lot of the times, as character tech and strategy gets, you know, fleshed out in singles and doubles, is that you can kind of fill either role of support or point more easily.
Yeah.
Oh, got him off the ledge. That's clever. That lazy boy nair, right?
And I think your analogy with like zone defense is just really applying here. When you're in the center stage zone, you play this zoning role. When you're near the edge and they're there, you're now on the attack. You are comfortable with the 1v2. As we saw, it almost converted, but that was a great recovery from Panda.
Okay, up smash gonna finish it. Yeah, I mean, and they're doing it again, right? And I mean, I guess in that particular spot, it's not so strategic, it's more tactical, because the inner player in the 2v1 there is looking for a roll or a jump out, and the other player is just applying pressure over and over, so they have to do one of those options or get hit.
Yep.
That's a smart trade.
We're seeing the stock trades come out. They were doing it early, and it only gets more and more potent as the game goes on.
Well, Spark and Zamu looking good in this one. We'll see if Krudo can make a similar... Oh.
Yep, just throw out the unsafe moves, but it doesn't matter because you have 3 stocks to 1.
Yeah, I can see notes being exchanged among members of the red team there.
Yep. You got to cover their mouths so they can't look up and see what they're saying. Like the good old, like a pitcher on the mound.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah. They're just loading right back into it.
This time on Yoshi's story. Tell me, how do you think in this matchup that's going to influence the way things play out?
I mean, if I'm Panda and Krudo, I think a smaller stage with more action kind of interrupts this identity between Spark and Zamu, which has been so clear.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's been looking good so far. As they lost the stock, but the percents are pretty close, and they've been in their face.
Oh, still dead? No, and has Randall to recover back onto. Yeah, able to clear the edge guard. Nice one from Panda.
Yeah, and we're kind of seeing this identity change a little bit. Zamu and Spark both roll to the outside to be blue, red, red, blue, which we haven't really seen that often.
And you know, that's like a target spot for a lot of teams, because you can either like shift toward one or the other to get that like 1.5v1 style at will. But the reason I think we haven't seen it very much is these are very good doubles players that don't let that positioning happen very often, right? Especially when there's a Fox on the screen, you're quite able to shake things up by jumping over or running through.
Yeah, and I think this constant action is really benefiting Panda and Krudo here.
It does seem like it, yeah. So we have, like, you know, the control strategic players. That's the narrative we can spin, right? Your blue team. Oh, and it kind of works with the colors, too. That's a thing, right?
Oh, blue is defensive and cool.
And like, long-term planning is, like, associated with it. And red is, like...
aggro.
Yeah, aggression or activity, that sort of stuff. And that it activates that in your mind. In different games, there's some kind of study done. Different games, certain colors are more likely to win than others. Like if the same teams play back and forth a bunch of times. Like in League, I think it's pretty good if everybody's blue or something.
Yep, blue is the best side hit.
But in red, but you want to be like red in shooting games and stuff. I don't remember exactly, but there's some, you know, there's some sort of color theory there.
Yeah. And
it's kind of playing out that way. I wonder if they chose their team colors because of the types of players that they are.
It kind of fits.
Subconsciously, I think.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, grabs the ledge. That's a big edge guard. And gets the down smash. Panda changes everything. It was a close game, and it's not anymore.
I like that approach from Krudo there, too, where they were just posturing, not trying to go out. They trust that Panda could confirm the kill, but if they recovered on top, they were right there to cover the Fox landing on stage.
Yeah. Krudo and Panda, very dynamic team, right? Like, they both respond so quickly to these different situations.
Yeah, and we're already seeing a little bit of the difference in mentality here, where the blue team is now taking their time to think. When we're looking at Krudo and Panda, they talked during the end screen and then immediately loaded up Yoshi's.
And sometimes a few words is better, because you can't keep a ton of things in your head, especially when you're playing at this high of a level. And they rely on their dynamicism and their reactions so much that you can only keep so many ideas in mind, right?
As we see red team holding both members of the blue team.
Now this stage is different than the rest, and we haven't talked about this yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. in that we mentioned how rare it is to see like a blue, red, red, blue, or red, blue, blue, red configuration because the Foxes can easily jump over or run through. Let me tell you, it is hard to jump over on FD consistently and safely. So you'll probably see that sort of style more often, and controlling teams tend to like this stage a little bit more. It's easier to box out your opponents due to the length of the stage and the lack of platforms.
And I think that's what a lot of the discussion was. Do we go Dreamland or do we go FD here?
Yeah.
Because I think both of those stages fit this control-y playstyle, as we talked about last set with that Dreamland pick.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I don't think that space alone is the deciding factor of like why they were having a hard time in the last 2 games. I think it really is their ability to control the situation.
Yeah, and I think for blue team, the key to win this is just shove Spark in that center controlling position, because even on Battlefield, my man is just throwing out aerials like shadow boxing, and you're talking about it's impossible to jump over if they get that red, blue, blue, red, or blue, red, red, blue. It's going to be impossible to jump over Spark.
Yeah, I mean, that's been his MO the whole time. I just wanted to highlight an excellent edge guard sequence from Zamu. Was ready to crouch cancel Shine. That's why the red team sort of freaked out. And instead, like, ate a move, got a Shine, and was able to snag the ledge. So it was like a double edge guard. And we have a 6-stock-to-2 game.
This entire set has just been momentum shift after momentum shift.
Yeah. Oh, that up smash, like, almost kind of strangely saves in a way if it hit weak. Well, holds the ledge the whole time, and we get the Shine. This could be more damage. Okay, actually gets back with only a little bit more. But, you know, all damage hurts when you're down so much, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, obviously all damage hurts. Hurts more when you're down, because even if blue team loses these stocks, if you get both of them over, like, 40 or 50%, all of a sudden crouch canceling is not as potent. The combos between teammates are easier to flow. When you get hit away, it becomes a 2v1 for a longer period of time. Like, that really adds up into this.
Yeah, and we just saw it right there. Even though Panda recovered, they took 60% from that entire interaction. And if you're at 91 to 109, you're going to die like that. Yeah.
Okay. And do you choose? Yeah, that's the thing is sometimes like you don't want to fight 2v1s, right? Just generally speaking, it's the lower reward option than waiting for your teammate to come back.
Yep.
However, sometimes high-level players know that, and they try to take advantage. So if you decide to just play it, it might catch them off guard.
Yeah, saw a little bit of, you know, sloppy finishing there from the blue team, but they were able to finish it out. You got 3 stocks, you got...
Oh, it was fine. They're not going for like a sharp, like let's not get hit a fair into an up air type of play. They just want to finish the thing by hitting them off stage, and now Yoshi's is off the table, and FD, and it's the red team that chooses to go to Dreamland.
And I think they're probably thinking what you're saying, where maybe more space isn't the answer, but it could be the answer for them. It's not an answer defensively, it could be an answer offensively.
Yeah, you know what I sort of think, is because there's the platforms, and both members of the red team were able to effectively use them in Game 2, especially on Battlefield. And it's a big stage. Blue team kind of has less control over this stage in a sense than any other, right? Because those like zoning aerials from Spark and stuff don't control as high a proportion of the stage. So they have more options effectively. The more room to roam means that they have more different options available to them. And as a team as dynamic as the red team, that's the sort of thing that you look for.
Yeah, we saw a lot of aggressive play out there from Panda and Krudo, where they had the opportunity to take down both members on the other side of the map. They were both edge guarding, and instead of helping the other, they both were confident that they could take out the other, and it resulted in kind of a delayed repeat of edge guard after edge guard.
Oh, that was a cool sharing of the ledge.
As we've seen all 4 members around the right side of the edge for 10 seconds.
Yeah, but you're right. Both teams sort of like trust their partners very much, but in different ways. Like, right? Like the red team is ready for their teammate very often to pick up the option they don't cover. The blue team is fully confident in letting their partner go for extended stuff while they sort of like wall out their opponent and continue their own extended punish. Yes, that was a good thing for you to mention for sure. It's like especially applicable the way that the contrast of styles between the 2 teams.
Yeah, it's just so great that we have the same exact team composition and we see both ends of it at the highest level you can have.
Yeah, Krudo is I don't know, a special teams player, because I can tell you some things that are good about it, but it's the whole package, the way that he plays, that makes him such an amazing teams player, right? Like, he's ready to play the quick little 1v1 mix-up and also keep the team stuff in mind. Whereas, like, if you take a player like Spark, who also obviously an incredible teams player, a lot of it feels like to me is attributed to his like awareness of teams and the team-specific strategy. But Krudo kind of like marries both together, and that's what makes that kind of play style work as a cheating.
That needle from Krudo was crazy. It ultimately didn't matter, but it extended Panda's life in a 1v2 recovery off the edge, and just showing that team's knowledge.
Okay, barely not able to grab the ledge. They did get it eventually. It could be a double edge guard. It is, and we're exactly even on last game. It's game 5, 1 stock apiece.
And Panda just continues to keep going in. Doesn't matter who's being hit.
Oh, a Shine edge guard. No, he got back. Oh, he charges the up smash and a little team's follow-up. Blue team is hurting right now. The Shine
looking to reverse.
Oh no! That was crucial, it felt like, because they're at quite a higher percent than their opponents. Oh, they're trying to finish the Fox, but Panda is too evasive. And you know what? Now Krudo can't finish with the forward air.
It all comes down to Spark.
Yeah, and I mean, made a good 2v1 effort before. Gets up slowly. Yeah, the Shine turnaround, able to get the bear, and it is Panda and Krudo that narrowly take it over Spark and Zamu. And, you know, they'll continue on in losers as well in what was a slobber knocker of a set. That was great.
Yeah. We're getting hot. We got a lot of team plays.